Miami, downtown Wynwood. You know the vibes.
I can't draw.
See out there, I was trying to draw that, but I'm gonna go back up there, don't worry.
It was before, like right after the playoffs, that shit just fell apart. And then we couldn't even keep Jay Rich. Jay Rich was a secret weapon because he was always gonna have a mismatch.
To be honest with you, right after the Dallas series, now they didn't even give a fuck.
Yeah, they didn't give a fuck about him.
Cash out.
I'm ready to do it again. So you make it
3.
It's not easy. It's not easy for everybody. Close, close, close.
When we were cutting up newspapers, putting it on here. So I was part of this piece. I was literally cutting up papers in his room, putting up on this project.
Iconic.
And I appreciate them forever, yo. For real. Yeah, I love you, bro. For sure. Like a beast. Bucket number 12. What's up? Ready for total, boy?
Am I gonna make it on the vlog?
Come on now, you know damn
I'm gonna make it on the vlog.
You make it happen. Come on now. Get on 3, get on 3, get on 3. You got Derek. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Harlem Globetrotters playing forward. You know, I play for the Globetrotters, but I'm not on the TV show yet. Everywhere they walk, I'm walking, watch.
You're getting, babe, you're getting your debut one way or another.
I give my debut. You see the fit? Taxes. Reebok. That collaboration, J-Tips. We're at Art Basel, Miami with my boy Maxwell Pearce, the art of an athlete. I lost my voice, I've been hyped, but you see where we are. Art Basel. Shout out to my boy Max for putting together an amazing collection. As you guys can see, my boy is gifted. He's gifted beyond the sport of basketball. He really does this.
But he's a champion of social justice. Typically, Jasmine champions come down to that. So you'll see Common Ever continue to be in this perspective. If you walk to the other side, you'll see Muhammad Ali backing out some of this. Yeah.
These go crazy. Unreleased Jones. I'm 1-1. My boy, my vlog.
You know what time it is.
Love Island, my boy.
The slider.
Is it a slider? I'll take one. I just take it from here. Thank you.
Max is a really great example of that because he is literally the youngest artist we've ever had.
I just want to say a few words before we get started on this panel. Thank you to everybody who has come all the way out to Florida to see my first exhibition. I never dreamed of having this much of a turnout, especially for a place that is not my home. I live in New York, but it's truly incredible to see so many familiar faces and so many new faces that I've gotten to know really well. What I really wanted to do with this collection was to spark important conversation. I wanted to make my experience a vessel for what the bigger picture is and what the bigger lesson is. And I think all of these women embody the ability to address these important issues. For those of you who don't know, this is my girlfriend, Jasmine. She will be moderating the panel today. A little bit of background on her. She is a news anchor currently in Cincinnati. We have Gwen. Gwen is a two-time Olympian. She took a stand on the podium in the Olympics. First, it was the 2019 Pan American Games, correct? Mm-hmm. And then 2020 Tokyo Olympics. We have Dr. Karida Brown. I want to make sure I make that distinction. She's actually my younger brother's professor at Emory University. And basically, Karida was the director of equity and inclusion for the Los Angeles Lakers from 2020 to 2022. She's also an author. And last but not least, we have Natasha Cloud. I've known Tosh for a few years. Natasha is a guard for the Washington Mystic in the WNBA. She has done so much beyond the court. One of the pieces in there honors what she did in 2020. Basically, she decided that she was going to sit out the season to focus on racial and social issues. As many of you are aware, if not all of you, post George Floyd in 2020 was one of the craziest radical moments that we've ever experienced, with athletes and brands deciding that they wanted to make statements, whether it was genuine or performative, we don't know. But at the end of the day, there was so many people speaking out about this. And so Natasha has a track record of well before 2020 being vocal about all of these issues, regardless of what it is. I don't want to hold everybody too long. Just enjoy the presence of all of these ladies here. And thank you guys again for coming out.
Can you tell me a little bit about your demonstration and then a little bit of the blowback you got, whether it was good, bad, or indifferent?
Yeah, so I feel like for my demonstration, it was definitely about Black power. I had a lot of people that did not want me to make the team, even though I qualified well in advance. I had other people wanting, the typical white female athlete to make the team, so much so that they were saying, like, who was going to win her medal? And it's like, who gonna win her medal? She didn't even make the team. So, I made sure that when, I went through a lot of things during that time leading up to making that team. And one of the most profound things that I experienced was going to Freedom School and dealing with, just communities around where I trained at, and just seeing so much disparity in the Black communities.
Tasha, you also have had a very integral role within the WNBA. as Max pointed out, one of the art pieces is about 4 WNBA players, Tasha included, stepping away from the game during 2020 during the COVID bubble, and a lot of those people decided to focus on civil rights issues. Can you talk a little bit about your advocacy? You were even being asked to help once you were out the bubble because so much stuff was happening, and they looked to you as a leader.
For me in 2020, it's getting closer to the season. I'm a player rep for our team, so I'm in all these union meetings about going into a bubble situation and what that entailed. And I'm sitting on these calls like, how are we talking about basketball when George Floyd, and we do not talk about Breonna Taylor enough. It's happening. How do we as black men and women just put this trauma to the side and, you know, pick up a basketball? Like, this is our lives. I have the potential to be George when I leave my house. I have the potential to be Breonna when I'm in my house. That's a real reality for us. So in that moment, it was, Max talked about it, there was never so much movement behind the Black Lives Matters movement. And I want to distinguish the movement and the organization, because the movement, it's a vibe. So sitting out that season was best for me to be able to just solely focus on giving 100% of myself to my community.
What's your favorite piece, and tell me why it's my jersey?
Mine is Jackie Robinson.
Why is that your favorite?
Because that's my teacher's cousin.
You're kidding. That's so cool. I wish I could say that Jackie Robinson was my cousin. Yeah? You like this one, this one? I love this one. That's you. I love
Put your hands up.
So we are in the social room in Miami, well, downtown Miami. We're about to have a dinner full of a whole bunch of guests of Max, family, friends. And as you guys can see, it's a vibe, it's a little situation. I am beat, I'm ready to go home. It was a great week though.
It was amazing.
Yeah, for sure.